Hey everybody, it's Cal. Welcome back to my channel. Happy to see you today. I don't know why I sounded really British there for a second, but I guess that's what we're doing today. Today, in this video, I will be ranking every song in Epic the Musical on this lovely tier that you see before you. Let me explain the levels real fast. So meh, and at the bottom, there's not that many. It's just the songs that's like I don't listen to. I just kind of skip unless I really want to listen to the entire musical. The ones that, shall we say, are filler songs. Um, Not saying that they're bad, they're just not my favorites. This is all very objective and my personal opinion. Please don't come after me. The next tier, okay, just kind of, those they're good songs, but they're not perfect songs. They're just kind of same kind of thing. I really only listen to them when I listen to the whole musical, but they're not filler. They're just boring, I guess. I don't know. Good, not bad, not great. Just kind of the ones in the middle, probably going to be the longest, the largest, the fullest tier. And then super, those like really great ones. I listen to them every time. If I'm not in the mood to listen to the whole musical, I'll just skip around until I find them, those songs. And then epic, the ones that I'll listen to, not related to the musical, that I'll like put on my other story playlist, that I'll put wherever. Just kind of the great jump up, start slapping the air, the awesome songs. Anyways, let's get right into it. All right, so first up, The Horse and the Infant. And I'm going to start off with playing that in okay. To explain that, it's not my most favorite opening number of a musical. A lot of the characters mentioned, like, they never show up again. If you don't know anything about, like, Greek mythology, you can get kind of confused. Like, you never actually say who Zeus is. I was really confused until it was explained to me. You also don't technically know that they're in the Trojan horse. So, just, I'll listen to it if I want to listen to the entire musical. Other than that, I don't really listen to it otherwise. It's not filler because obviously it sets up the whole musical, but it's not the greatest. But on the other hand, we have Just a Man, which is going to go all the way to the very top tier. Just a Man is literally my favorite song, or at least one of my favorite songs in the entire musical. It's a big story moment, sets up Odysseus' whole arc. It's great. I love it. Next up, Full Speed Ahead. I'm going to stick that one down here on meh. Other than introducing Eurylochus and Polites, doesn't really do much more. His longing for Penelope has already been established in The Horse and the Infant. They're headed back. I don't know. It doesn't feel as necessary. Open Arms, I'm going to put in good because I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I love Polites as a character. I love Stephen Dookie. It's good. Next, Warrior of the Mind, going to come up here on super. I don't know why it's not my most favorite Athena song. I do. I don't. I like the other Athena songs more, so it's going to stay down here on super. It's still fantastic. I'll listen to it every time. Next up, Polyphemus, I don't know how you pronounce it. That's going on good. You can't over listen to it. Like that's the issue, is that I've over listened to it. I made an animatic for it and I listened to the song like 30 times in a row per day for a week. And I'm tired of it. And I'm slowly getting back out of that because I've taken a break from listening to it, to the whole musical, just for a little while. So I went over listen to it. So I can listen to it again. I can listen to Polyphemus again, but you can't over listen to it. So anyways, Survive is also going to go on good. I don't have any reason. It's not like mind blowing, but it's not bad. It's not a filler song. It's not boring. It's just not my most favorite. Remember Them is going to come up here on super though. I don't know what it is about Remember Them that I love so much. I think it's probably the guitar opening riff, or the fact that it's a big character moment. I really like character moments. Bear that in mind. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. I'll always listen to it. I have it on my other playlists. I don't know which one. Also, I apologize. I'm cracking my knuckles a lot. I don't know if you can hear. That's just kind of what I do. Next up, My Goodbye. Also going to come up here on super. Actually, yeah, it's going to go on super. That was painful for a second. My Goodbye is probably my favorite Athena song. But it's not my favorite song in the whole musical. I don't know. We're going to leave it there. I might end up moving it. Next up, Storm is going to go in good for its orchestration. Like any other time, if it had any other orchestration, it would go down on probably filler or even okay, because like the lyrics themselves, it's just kind of a moment. But the orchestration literally stops me in my tracks every time. We stare at the ceiling or the wall or something, and we don't move. So I'm gonna leave that on good because I can't really put it higher, but I can't put it lower. It was also my most listened to song on Spotify Wrapped. So next up, Luck Runs Out. I'm not sorry. I've never liked Luck Runs Out. Like, the only good thing I really think of for it, well, there's two good things. Number one is you really like his character moment, but also it doesn't lend a whole lot to his character. Like, it doesn't establish a whole lot about him, in my opinion. The other good thing is the reprise, that it like haunts Odysseus later, but like I like it better in its reprise when it haunts Odysseus later. Don't come after me. I don't like Luck Runs Out that much. It's also a little bit too long. I feel like they could have shortened it. I say they as if I'm talking about the whole world. No, I feel like Jay could have shortened it a little bit, and it would have maybe not been better, but I would have maybe liked it a little bit more. Next up, Keep Your Friends Close. I'm gonna put it down here on okay. I really don't listen to it unless I'm listening to the whole musical. So I'll just leave it down there just because, I don't know. Ruthlessness, on the other hand, where'd it go? There we go. The mouse was stupid. Ruthlessness is going to come all the way up here to the top because Ruthlessness is a painful song. I love painful songs. It's a character moment. It has great orchestration. And Poseidon's just a really cool villain. So, yeah. Next up, Puppeteer. I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't like the Circe saga. Understand why it's necessary. I don't like it. The only reason I'm putting Puppeteer a little bit higher is because I like the part when I like the rapping part, and also because Talia's voice is heavenly. But I'm not the biggest fan of Puppeteer. Same with Actually, let's be really controversial for a minute. I don't like Wouldn't You Like, okay? It's like Luck Runs Out. I feel like it's a little bit too long because they establish Circe's power and her dangerousness, and I don't actually know if dangerousness is a word. Whatever. They establish that in Puppeteer and then in Done For and everything. They don't need Hermes showing up and singing that I was gonna. Whatever, okay? I understand it's important for the Holy Moly, and also it's a part from the Odyssey, but I'm not a fan. I don't like songs that are just bops. I don't know why. I'm annoying like that, I suppose. I don't know. It's just never. I've never. Whatever. It's never resounded within me the same way. Next up, Den 4. I'm gonna put Den 4 on Super. I wish it was longer. That's basically my only complaint. I wish it was a little bit longer. Also, I like his original lyrics a little bit better. Like where Odysseus is like, instead of better cower now and flee, it's what you better cower before me. I liked that just the tiniest bit better, just the tiniest bit. But it's still a great song. There are other ways going on the same tier. I love their singing and just, I don't know. It's not epic for me because I don't listen to it a whole lot unless I'm listening to the musical, but I will listen to it every time I listen to the musical. So, The Underworld, same thing. Same thing as There Are Other Ways. The Underworld saga can do no wrong. The Underworld saga is fabulous. The Underworld, the song, it's hard to listen to on its own, but it's still fabulous. No Longer You. I'm gonna leave it on Super also for like I've used it for other characters, but in my opinion, it's just like I don't know. I love it. It's a great song. It's just not right up there on the epic level, unlike Monster. Like I said, I really like character moments. Have you noticed that? We really like Monster. Monster is great. Monster is an amazing character moment. I also like it's one of the few songs that Jay sings by himself, or Odysseus sings by himself, except for, well, the chorus part. But I don't know. I don't know if you noticed, I like the bookends. I like the character moments. Okay, please don't come after me if you guys are like, why isn't what you like all the way up there? Because it's not a character moment. Anyways, all right, and now for Act 2. Suffering I'm going to put under good. Same with Different Beast, because they're kind of the same song. Actually, Suffering's going to go one down, because I can only listen to it once in a blue moon, or else it will be stuck in my head for the rest of my life, which I know was Jay's intention. I don't want Brainworm right now. Please and thank you. Okay, Suffering's going down here. Okay, Different Beast. Character moment. Same issue, it's a bit of a Brainworm. And, I actually wish it was a little bit longer. I don't know why. I just wish it was longer. Anyways, Scylla is going to go on Super. Because it's beautiful. And it's dark. And I'm a sucker. Mutiny is going to go on Okay. Because I don't like the cow part. The cow part doesn't make sense to me. Like, maybe if I read the Odyssey. Yeah, I haven't read the Odyssey yet. Maybe if I read the Odyssey, it would make a little bit more sense. But I've had it explained to me. And, like, there's no mention before this, really, that they're starving. Like, back in Full Speed Ahead, it mentions they're starving. But after that, they get the food. They get food. There's no mention of starving after that. And he's just like, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna, And then the cows are Helios's, I think. Helios is Zeus's uncle. Why does he send his nephew after them? Helios is a Titan. Are Titans more impressive than the gods? I don't know. If it was split in two, because I really like that opening bit with like the piano right after they come out of Scylla. I really like that part. Which is the reason why it's not in Meh. It's just the cow part. Also, I don't know what it is about the luck runs out kind of motif. For some reason, it's just, I don't resound with that part of the musical. Anyways, moving on. Thunderbringer, I'm going to put in good because I've put way too many in super. It's just kind of one of the in the middle songs. Like, Luke Holt's voice is, whoo, boy. If I was a man, that's what I would want my voice to sound like. But other than that, it's just one of the songs. Like, it's a character moment, but it's also not a character. It's a character moment. It's just, I've done too many character moments. Next up, Legendary is super. Little Wolf is epic. Little Wolf is one of the songs I have waited the entire musical for. It's one of the ones that I first heard a snippet of. I first heard a lot of snippets of. It's going all the way up there. I literally jump up and down and start screaming every time it comes on. Legendary is also one of my favorite songs. But it's a little bit less of a character moment. So we put it a tiniest bit lower. It's still awesome. We'd Be Fine, I'm going to put on okay, just because if I get listened to it too many times, I get bored of it. Like, their voices are fabulous. The singing is fabulous. The lyrics are great. The musical motifs are great. It's just, I don't love the slower songs that are longer. Like, that's the thing about Just a Man that's so cool, is that it's just that right length. Like, his slow part is just the right length, and then jumps into his chorus part before he defenestrates the baby. Some of the other ones, not as much. Love in Paradise. Love in Paradise would probably be lower if he hadn't dropped that extra bit. So we're putting that on super because of that extra bit. The opening bit with Athena and the ending bit with the cliff. And also because I don't remember Calypso's actress's name at this moment. That's not good, but she's fabulous. I wasn't expecting Love in Paradise to be that good when it first came out. I was expecting it to be like a kind of in-between song while we're all getting hyped up for God Games. Speaking of which, God Games, I'm sorry you're going here because I wish you were longer. Seriously, Jay. Make some of the songs shorter. Make Luck Runs Out, Wouldn't You Like We'd Be Fine shorter. Make God Games longer. Please, I would be so happy. Not sorry for loving you. We're putting it down here because I don't fully understand what Odysseus meant by the that I love you, but not in the way you want me to. It's like Stockholm Syndrome, anybody? Also, we had the entire song released before it came out, so it wasn't a whole lot to hype me up for. I was just kind of disappointed because I was like, oh, where's the hidden part? Is Athena going to show up? Is Hermes going to show up? Then now it's just kind of what we already heard. So I'm a little bit sad about that one. Dangerous has grown on me. Originally, you saw my little 1-minute review of it when the song first came out. I didn't love Dangerous because I was like, oh, it doesn't feel like Hermes, but I'm like, listening to him, I'm like, you know what? This is actually not that bad. If we look at it as like a character moment for Hermes, like he's a little less carefree now because Odysseus is a little bit less carefree now, or something like that. I don't know. It's a good song. It's not my favorite. I don't love Hermes. I have nothing against Troy. Troy is fabulous. I love Troy. Just Hermes' character is my favorite. Sorry. I always have one of those. Next up, Charybdis. Charybdis will get stuck in my head so much, like Suffering. I don't like it because it feels out of place. Like, I've talked about it with a couple of my friends. Like, why don't you like Charybdis? It's a fun song. Yeah, it's fun. But, like, you must be who Hermes mentioned. When does Hermes mention that? Like, I was listening to those two songs today, and it's like, I'm not the one who fought for you. 5 seconds later, you must be who Hermes mentioned. I was like, Charybdis fought for Odysseus to be freed? It's out of place. If you could take that last little bit off the end, when Poseidon pulls him out to sea, and drop that in, like, Get in the Water, it would be fine. It's just Charybdis doesn't feel like it fits with where the story's going. Okay? That's all. Also, on a funny note, my little unintellectual brain used to read Charybdis and think it was Cherry Bodice. Anyways, moving on. Get in the Water is going to come up here. I love me a good villain song. Epic has a lot of good villain songs. Moving on. 600 Strike, down here. If you could cut off, again, that little ending bit when he's stabbing Poseidon, that part is great. I don't do video games, so I don't get the 600 Strike that, like as a power-up that much, but it's also just so unclear what's happening. I don't know. Next up, the Challenge is also going to go on good, just because, like, it's a great song, and Annalea's voice is beautiful, and I love the Penelope introduction. It's just kind of a there song. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not great. It's just kind of there. Next up, Hold Them Down. I love me a villain song, okay? I love me a villain song. Odysseus. I love me a villain song, okay? Now this is very controversial in my family, but I can't help but wonder is actually one of my favorite Epic songs now. Telemachus is probably Telemachus and Athena are my favorite characters in Epic, and so because of that, they're going to be any of their songs when they're together are going to be pretty high. Except We'd Be Fine, just because I get bored of it. But I can't help but wonder. The music is great. I love Odysseus and Telemachus' reunion. It feels so authentic, and also, I don't know, it's beautiful. Would you fall in love with me again? No. How many people will come after me in the comments if I put it lower than super? Well, we promote honesty. I don't know why I put it here. I guess just because it's not my favorite. I haven't read the Odyssey, so that's just gonna be my defense. Anyways, that's my ranking. Tell me how you guys feel about it. Obviously, as you can see, I'm very positive about most of the songs. I have my critiques. That's me as a writer and kind of a story analysis. I'm an analysis people. I am a living, breathing analysis. No, analyst. Analytic. I don't know. I analyze stories. somewhat. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. Please don't be angry at me. I have all the respect for the people singing these, for Jay writing them. I love the musicals. Literally my favorite thing, one of my favorite things in the world. This is just my personal opinion. That's all. Goodbye.